Hello everyone, I'm latex-rocker. Some of you may know me as Ruburium after my website, ruburium.com. I want to just talk about a recent event that I attended. So, on June 26th, I attended the first ever Seattle Rubbermen meetup, and it was my first ever time going to any sort of kink or fetish event, especially, latex and rubber. But it was also my first time going to a gay bar. So, a lot of firsts. First time wearing rubber in public. First time even meeting other people wearing rubber, like in real life. So that's not just like chatting with somebody on social media. So, it was a really exciting event. So, basically, heard about this about a month ago from social media, Instagram, and I was like, should I go? Being really introverted, I mean, that was a scary thing, and I've never worn rubber in public. I mean, I was terrified of even the idea of going. But I've also really been struggling with dating and making new friends, especially in the LGBTQ community. So I was like, it would be really good for me if I did go. So I decided, you know what, I'm going to take the day off, the next day off from work, and I'm going to plan on going. So that's what I did. I drove up to Seattle, found some parking 2 blocks from the bar that this event was going to be at. I had planned to meet up with a fellow rubberist beforehand, but traffic was an absolute nightmare that day. It ended up taking me almost 3 hours to get to Seattle because of all the crashes. I don't know what was going on, and it was pre-rush hour for most of that, so it was just insane. But when I finally got to Seattle, it was just kind of too late to meet up, so I just headed over to the bar, and I was pretty nervous about it because I was wearing rubber. I mean, I was just wearing a t-shirt and some leggings. So I had my hoodie kind of on over my t-shirt so people could only see my rubber leggings. But I was still really nervous about just walking around in public wearing it. Even though, like, I kind of looked at myself in the mirror before I left home. I kind of stealthed out of the house. I had it on under my jeans, but it really just looked like shiny leggings, and like a jacket. So it was like, it wasn't that like obvious or anything, and it was just all black. But I was still nervous, like, well, what if people like stare or pay attention, or ask? And I just didn't really want that attention. But I walked the 2 blocks to the bar. A few people did look, but nobody really cared. And that was kind of the first thing I realized is that I really don't think most people care about what other people are wearing. I don't think people, I think everyone is so focused on themselves that you don't really pay attention to what's going on around you. So it really wasn't an issue. And then I got to the bar. I was the first one there for the event. So I just kind of stood around for a bit waiting for people to show up. And I was nervous because, once again, I've never been inside of a gay bar, so I was like, okay, I feel like out of place here. But eventually, so many people showed up, and met some people who I've been friends with on Instagram for years even. Some who I've only followed for a little while. Got to talk with them and get to know them, and that was really nice. It was just a really cool event. Just seeing all these people in the Seattle area who are also into latex and rubber kind of just shows you that you're not alone, which is really uplifting and encouraging for me. And even though I didn't talk to as many people as I would have liked to, I'm just proud of myself for actually going, and that's like the first step. And then I think every time it'll just become easier. I'll have connections I've already made, and that just becomes easier to talk to those people and then meet new people. So, it was a really good first step to making new friends and just kind of getting out there. And a really great first kink event because, there were no expectations really. It was just really chill, and everyone was just chatting and, having a good time. So I really enjoyed it. I can't wait to go to one in the future. And, it was just really awesome. So I'm still almost riding a high from it because I haven't had a lot of human interaction, if that makes sense. A lot of like just social media, texting, I don't, working remotely, I don't have that opportunity to really interact with a lot of people who aren't my family. I have meetings all the time, but it's the same coworkers. So it's nice just kind of meeting new people, and that's why I'm still like writing that high all these days later. It's just I don't get to do that much anymore, and it was just really good for me, I think. So it was really awesome. So I didn't really have like a purpose to making this video. I just wanted to share some of my thoughts, get some different types of content onto my YouTube channel, because I really want to try to figure out how to move away from just kind of showing off, here's what I'm wearing, or, here's me putting on some gloves. I want to really make more interesting content, because that's what I'm used to making for channels that are not related to this. So I'm wanting to kind of bring in more of what I do elsewhere into what I create in the space. So hopefully you're interested in more of that. Let me know down in the comments if there's anything you're interested in me talking about. I can't make these videos super often because I don't live alone, so I don't really have like that freedom to always be recording videos like this. But I will try. I will do what I can when I'm able to. So no promises on when, but I can promise you that I will tackle more topics as I can.